What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. You don't like it, you can have that seatbelt. So there's been this M-rated game stigma that has haunted Nintendo for a very long time. Years. Around 25 years, in fact. 25 years. For 25 years, there has been a stigma surrounding Nintendo when it comes to M-rated games. Still, to this day, in 2017, there are a lot of people that think that Nintendo doesn't want mature rated games on their platforms. And I'm trying to understand, one, where have these people been? And two, where have these people been? So let's take it all the way back to where it started. So how this all started was with a game called Mortal Kombat. And at that time, Mortal Kombat was very popular. It was the most violent game at the time. That game, along with a little game called Night Trap, was really heating up the news waves, and parents was really tripping off of that. Nintendo wanted no part of that and decided to pretty much censor their version of the first Mortal Kombat and replace the blood with sweat and some really terrible fatalities. Now, after the Genesis version outsold the Super Nintendo version like 4-1, Nintendo said, screw that. And Mortal Kombat 2, 3, and everything else from there was not censored. But the crazy thing is, this stigma still exists 25 years later, even though that was the only game. And that was really the only example. Even going back to the Nintendo 64, Nintendo had games like Turok 1, Turok 2, both which were bloody, both which were gory, both which were M-rated. Also exclusive to the system. It had Conker's Bad Fur Day. That was also very gory. Had a lot of crazy language. And in fact was the first game that I ever gotten carded for. Exclusive to a Nintendo system. Even had a game called Shadow Man, which I don't know if it was completely exclusive, but I think it came out first for the N64. That game had gore. That game had cursing. I mean, it was a game about a dead man that had to have sex with a voodoo woman just so he could live in the afterlife. That was on N64. Then we go on to the GameCube. GameCube had Resident Evil Remake, which was a lot gorier than the original game. Eternal Darkness, rated M. Resident Evil 4 was a timed exclusive to the N64. To the GameCube. Rated mature. We had Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes, rated M. Was actually the goriest Metal Gear game at that time. Even had BMX XXX. I forgot about this game. It was a freaking BMX game where you either could unlock strippers or porn stars or something. They was butt naked riding bikes. Nintendo allowed that. And actually, it was either Microsoft or Sony. I think it was Sony that had a censored version of that game. They wouldn't allow the full game, but Nintendo did. I mean, then even we have the Wii. Had exclusives like No More Heroes. No More Heroes 2. House of the Dead Overkill, which had the most F-bombs in any game released up until that time. Had exclusives like Mad World. I don't see how in 2017, after all these years and after all of those games that have come out for Nintendo systems, that people actually sit there and think that Nintendo has a problem with a game like GTA coming to the Switch. This doesn't make sense. If anything, Nintendo has shown over the past few generations that they seek out over-the-top games. They funded and published Bayonetta 2. Nintendo purposely seeks out these types of games. Nintendo doesn't have a problem with GTA coming to a Nintendo platform. The other people involved have a problem with it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. It's just tripping me out how this stigma still exists 25 freaking years later.